obviously global trade has been an important driver of macroeconomic growth for decades now. We are much more exposed to ups and downs on total GDP growth than particularly exposed to trade flows. The type of products that we make are by and large made close to the point of consumption. So whilst heavy tariffs and restrictions in trade are not helpful because they affect GDP, the direct impact on Unilever is fairly trivial. We're able to control our own destiny, and tariffs are not an important part of the scene.
And just to be clear, that would apply to the US-China trade war and the tariff situation there, as well as the US-EU tariff situation that's evolved recently.
Correct. It's more or less the same picture.
And at the start of the year, you said that a few weeks of extra inventory was one of the important steps that you were taking in terms of Brexit preparedness. Where do you stand now in terms of stockpiling?
Haha, Brexit. Look, Brexit for us comes down to one issue, which is friction. We don't want friction at the border. We really appreciate the free flow of goods, the free flow of people, the free flow of capital. And we're taking a bunch of steps to make sure that we can service our British business out of Britain and our continental European business out of continental Europe. We do stockpile a little bit. It just so happens that a lot of the products that we stockpiled in March were quite summer seasonal businesses. And so if anything, an October date is easier for us to deal with, but it is by far not the biggest issue that we deal with. We're used to geopolitical instability of a different order of magnitude in places outside of Europe.
Have your Brexit plans changed at all on the back of, bearing in mind, of course, it's very recent, but Boris Johnson's revised proposal that he's submitted to the EU?
Not at all. We're planning for the worst case scenario, which is an exit with no deal, and hoping for some kind of deal that reduces friction. And so by planning for the worst, anything better than that is good news for us.